Yes! Show me your moves!
And welcome back to my Geekdom, guys. King Shadow Omega, bringing you a brand new series about movie reviews. I just went and saw Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, and I was like, you know what, man, I should do a video about this. So, quick disclaimer, my opinions don't mess with yours. Again, they're my opinions. Second disclaimer, I'm not actually anything in the movie business, or I don't know anything about acting and stuff like that. So, I'm not really a critic, so if you're looking for like, oh, how did he perform in this film? Was it a good film? And blah, blah, blah. I can't tell you that shit. I can just tell you what the geek in me thinks of the film. And, as a fan, what I thought. So, first, Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. Was it good? Yeah, it was okay. I mean, I think that's the best rating I can give it. Should you go see it? If you want to put money in DC's pockets so they have enough money to continue making, like they get enough profit so they can keep making the DC Universe films, yeah. Otherwise, should you wait for it to get home? Probably. Was it bad? No. What's my biggest complaint? It's long! Oh my god, it's so fucking long! And when I say so fucking long, just to be clear, I've watched 3-hour films. No problem. But this film was 2.5 hours, and it was just so boring for so much of the film. I'm not saying it was bad, the film. It was okay, but really? Like, it didn't need to be that long. There were so many times I was like, man, that didn't need to be here. Oh, that didn't. It could have been a 2-hour film. No problem. But I was like, at the hour mark, like looking at my phone, like, oh, it's only been an hour. Fuck. Oh, hour and a half mark. Damn, it's not over yet. Like, I just didn't want to be there. And I know the film suffered from having too much on its plate. Like, they were trying to, like, introduce the Justice League. That was, like, the idea. But, like, they shoehorned in all these elements. First and foremost, this was a Batman movie. It wasn't a Superman movie. Yes, most of Superman's villains were in it, but it wasn't really Superman. He wasn't in it that much. It was mostly about Batman. And, oh, while we're on the topic, what did I think of Ben Affleck and Batman? I thought he did pretty good, actually. Like, I really thought, man, he's gonna suck. But I didn't really have any complaints about Batman. Like, I thought he portrayed Batman pretty solidly. Except, I don't think the director had him portray Batman correctly. And I'm going to go into what I'm getting on that. So, you might be saying, well, what do you mean by that? Well, the main reason is, throughout the whole film, Batman is completely not thinking logically. Batman's super smart. He's a fucking genius. And you mean to tell me he's not smart enough to understand what's going on? Batman's very paranoid by nature. He does a lot of things that gets used against him later because of his paranoia. I get that. But that wasn't what happened here. So, it starts off with a flashback, right, of, like, Metropolis getting destroyed because of Superman fighting Zod from Man of Steel. And it shows Bruce was there, and his building was getting destroyed, and a lot of people he knew died. So he's got this hatred for Superman right off the bat. Now, at first it's not really called a hatred. It's just like he doesn't trust him because he's basically God. And in many ways, there's a lot of symbolism of Superman acting like God and stuff like that. So you getting, okay, this is why. He doesn't trust him. But if it's Batman, Batman's not that stupid. Batman can't possibly not know, oh, this guy was here already, because in the Man of Steel movie, that's what they already announced. He'd been living amongst the people. So he already knew Superman grew up here, never caused any problems. These guys show up. Yeah, they came because of Superman, but that's not he didn't do that. Okay, so he couldn't possibly have not known that they lived because of Superman. He's not an idiot. He's a genius. So, okay, if it were me and I was Batman, I'd be like, alright, well, I still don't fucking trust him. He could be, like, we're literally at his mercy. So maybe we should think of ways to stop him in the event that he's a bad guy. Okay, I'm cool with that. But that's not what he did. He literally went on a mission to kill Superman. His goal was to kill Superman in this film. That's not Batman. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, side note. Batman kills a lot of fucking people in this film. And I remember thinking, that's not Batman. But, again, whatever. I get it. They're trying to make it, like, a little bit more realistic of how the world would act. And obviously, if Batman's using any form of explosives or using big guns, chances are people are going to get caught in it and die. Okay, I get that. I'm willing to suspend that aspect. But still, it was like, come on, man. Now, there was also Wonder Woman was in this film. Like, she was a small character. At first, you don't even realize it's her. Then you kind of pick it up, and you're like, oh, okay. By the way, Gal Gadot did pretty solid. Sounded a little bit odd, but I was too distracted by how beautiful she is, so yeah, that's not really a thing in my mind. So then you've got Lois Lane and Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, alright. He did okay. I don't think he was great. I thought the actor was kind of... Honestly, I felt like he was trying too much to play him like the Joker, or like just this like crazy person. It's like, that's not Lex. Lex is the man. Lex is a tough businessman who's like not afraid of anybody. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just envisioning that Justice League Lex Luthor, who is just this badass. You know what I'm saying? Like, but okay, whatever. So then you got Lois, and how did she do? She did okay, actually. I felt like her role was kind of small in the film, obviously, considering how much shit was in the film. But basically the idea is Superman is being held up by the public as this political figure, and people are trying to, like, bash him and say, oh, these people die, and that, and this. Like, they're trying to frame him for killing people, which made me think, like, okay, so he shows up in the desert, saves Lois by knocking this one dude away, and then leaves. That's all he does. But, like, there's all these guards there from, like, a private organization, Lex, who kill everybody. Okay. Then everyone's like, oh, Superman killed all these people. How? He doesn't use bullets, dumbass. But, again, not even covered. So, whatever. I mean, the film was okay. Now, I know you're all really wondering what about the fight? Was it cool? Was it awesome? Not really. I mean, yeah, it was okay. But anyone who went into this film was like, okay, you're either a Batman fan or you're like, oh my god, Batman's invincible because he says I'm Batman or whatever. And I'm obviously dramatizing that. Obviously not all Batman fans are like that, but there are a lot of Batman fans who have no idea what they're talking about, and they're just like, oh, Batman's the greatest because he's Batman. And then all the Superman fans who came into the film like, okay, well, there's no way they're going to let Superman beat Batman. How are they going to bullshit this so Batman can win? Because reality, that's what basically happened. Lex... well, he didn't really have to do much to get Batman to go on this fucking weird-ass crusade of his to try and kill Superman. And for Superman, he just fucking held his mom over his head and was like, yeah, I don't even know where she is, and she's gonna die in an hour unless you bring me the Bat's head. So Superman had to be there, whether he wanted it or not. Mind you, the first thing he does is like, alright, Bruce, look, I know I'm wrong, I understand what you're doing, I need your help. And then, of course, Bruce pulls out all the gadgets and he starts like attacking him. He doesn't even listen to anything he says because, again, he's on this stupid-ass crusade for no fucking reason. So, what happens? Bruce uses these gas grenades of kryptonite. Alright, cool. Oh, that's the other thing. Kryptonite got found in this movie. Lex Luthor's people found it, tested it on Zod, and they were like, oh, this shit cuts his skin. This is how we can kill them. Oh, yeah. Spoiler, Lex Luthor grabs the Kryptonian ship and starts, like, trying to find shit out about it. Anyway, the fight goes on. I'm sorry. Like, as somebody who knows how powerful Superman is in the comics, there's nothing Bruce could do, ever, to touch Superman. Ever. Like, ever. But, again, the writer's always Superman's... But, like, Superman tanks supernovas to the face and can literally... Like... She takes supernovas to the face. Supernova is like, I don't know, like million or more times the power of what would be necessary to blow up the Earth. Tanks those to the face. And you're telling me that, like, Batman could do any... I'm sorry. Now, you might be saying, oh, kryptonite. Yeah, that's interesting how Batman uses kryptonite on Superman and instantly he's like, but... Superman fights villains like Metallo and Luthor, and they have kryptonite in their suits. He's fighting people with kryptonite. Beats them every time. But Batman's little gas, that's too much. Superman has resistances to kryptonite. Like, come on, guys. Like, I get it, it's his first appearance, but I just felt like this was too much, like, shoehorned into doing it. Like, they wanted to show Batman... Like, they really shoehorned in the subplot of, like, David Goliath, like, man conquering God. Like, they really shoehorned that in. And then, of course, Doomsday shows up, and then Wonder Woman shows up to help fight Doomsday. Three-way fight against Doomsday, where Superman's the only one actually getting hit, because for some odd reason, I guess this film really didn't want to do anything good about Superman. And in the end, Superman dies. Spoiler, he dies. But, so, they even shoehorned in the death of Superman. Now, you might be saying, he dies? No, he doesn't fucking die, because he didn't die in the comics when he died. And they just kind of skipped the whole resurrection thing, because the dirt that gets on his grave lifts up. And it's like, okay, so he's not dead. The end. Yay. No after credits, spoilers, nothing. Again, the movie was meh. Like, it really was. Mind you, it's like, here's how he dies, right? You're probably wondering, how did Superman die then? Because he uses the spear that Batman was... Oh, by the way, I told you Batman won, right? He actually won the fight. Whatever. But, cool. All good for you Batman fans, I guess. Even though you guys are probably like, yeah, this is some bullshit. Because any real Batman fan would have been like, why is Batman acting like this, period? It's not Batman, but whatever. So he takes the fucking spear and he's gonna kill him, doesn't kill him because Lois stops him because Superman was like, Martha, Martha, because his mom's name is Martha. But then Batman's like, my mom's name is Martha, why are you saying that name? Why are you saying that name? And then fucking Lois shows up, it's his mom's name. Then all of a sudden, like he literally 180s. He like, I'm your friend. Like, what the fuck is this? And then they're buddies. Like, I'm sorry, it was so bad, like, I was like, no, this is so awful. So, then Lois throws the spear in the water, and then the three of them start fighting, I'm sorry, the three of them, not including Lois. Wonder Woman, Batman, and Superman start fighting Doomsday. Well, Superman first fights Doomsday, and then he takes him into space. The U.S. government shoots a nuke at him, which doesn't kill either one of them. Superman, then Doomsday tries to kill Batman while Superman's still up in space, and Wonder Woman saves him, and then, like, Superman joins them, and it's 3-on-1. They fight. Then Lois goes to go for the spear that she threw in the water, because she didn't want it near them, which I don't know why she would throw it in the water, but I guess, whatever. She goes after it. Doomsday knocks a building over or something, and it collapses on her. She can't breathe. Superman goes in and saves her. And then he goes in after the spear, which is kryptonite on it, underwater, what are you doing? He goes after it, gets it, and then, like, she, like, chucks it away from him so he gets stronger again. Then he's, like, realizes they can't kill Doomsday, tells her he loves her, picks up the spear, charges Doomsday with the spear. Stabs Doomsday through the heart, and then Doomsday stabs him through the heart. And then, obviously, because the spear was near Superman and he's weaker, so, stabs Superman through the heart. They both get stabbed through the heart. Doomsday dies. Superman dies. The end. Because you're not Superman and you couldn't chuck the fucking spear at him, right? So what did I think? Meh. Hopefully the Wonder Woman film they're doing next is better. Hopefully the Justice League film is better. Hopefully we can stop trying to weaken certain characters to promote other characters, because I've always hated that. I mean, I get it, Superman sort of invalidates everybody when you actually look at his statistics, but that doesn't mean you have to weaken him to make other characters good. You can have the other characters do something else. Whatever. That's not the point. The point was, the film was meh. Like, I don't know anyone who went and was like, man, that was awesome. Really? Because I didn't think it was awesome. I thought it was just meh. And, by the way, just to be clear, who did I want to win the fight? Neither, because I like both of the characters, and I know Superman would wipe the floor with Batman. So I knew, in this film, Batman was going to win. I mean, let's be honest. Did it need to be called Batman vs. Superman? No, it could have been called Dawn of Justice. But then it wouldn't have sold as well. That's what it comes down to. So, guys, what did I think? It was meh. Tell me what you think if you saw the film. This has been King Shadow Omega, signing off.